Okay, here we are today. I have a new update for the program that I've been messing with. This is the one that uh, has two CNC machines that's gonna make different kinds of parts. On the left side over here, it's gonna be making the covers. So the covers pretty much look like this. It's just had a little four quarter at the bottom like that, and the right side CNC right here is gonna be making the bottom base. So bottom base look like this. So it's just basically have four slot right here, and you practically just put this, right on top of it, and it'll just basically sit on it, and you have like a little, I guess, a little Lego part, something like that. But we'll be making blue and green randomly from each machine. How this gonna work is I have a vision right here. It's gonna determine if this is a blue or green, and same thing over here for the base. It's gonna determine if I have a blue part or a green part. And once they get into this conveyor, it's gonna get scanned, and they're gonna get clamped by these two position clamper right here. And once they get clamped, it's gonna, based on the decision of the logic that's saying, are they a match? If they are a match, then this robot right here is gonna grab from the left, which is the lid, and assemble it over here. Then it'll just pop up and it'll come onto this whole conveyor, and it'll just flop down to this. I'm supposed to have more logic after it drops down here, but this is as far as I got for now. I need to basically build more conveyors and do more things. I don't know what I want to do yet, but that's as far as I got for that part. But if it's a reject and it's not the right match, it's gonna put it on this conveyor. It's just gonna go around and keep on repeating till it matches it. So it's solely really random. It's not, you know, pre-programmed to a point where it's gonna be a perfect match every single shots. It's really random, guys. And next, I have this palletizer here, where I have a pallet coming to the side right here, and I have a box right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically put this box and put it on this robot's gonna grab it, put it in here, and once I got it in there, I'm gonna measure the height to see if it's actually, you know, on top of the pallet. Is it crooked? Is it on right? And if it's good, then it'll base these four lifters gonna drop down, and it's gonna let it continue. But let's say if it has a box on it, and for some reason it's not the right height, or there is no box on it, it's still gonna drop it down. It's gonna kick it out here, and it'll basically get over here, and it'll just turn and go to the reject section. So that is where I'm at the moment. I guess let's just go ahead and see what it does. I think I'm online already. Let me see. Yeah, I'm online. Okay. And we'll press play right here. Make sure it's not too loud. Yeah, that is kind of loud. Hold on 1 second. Let's turn that lower. Alright. do it again. No, I'm not online yet. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, yes. Here we go. Alright, let's redo it. Okay. Alright, it clamps on. It's not the same color, so it's gonna kick it out. It's gonna keep on doing this until I get a green one up here. So that is what it's doing on this side. On this side over here, it's gonna pick it up and put it on. It's gonna measure it, and we get a green light if it's good. But let's just say if it passes there, I have a second check here. Let's just say if the box is not good, it's gonna go to a second check and it's gonna kick it out. Alright, it kicks that one out, but if it has a good box, it's just gonna keep on going past through. So it's the logic for that. And these are two the same. Yeah. Yeah, and it just basically goes down, and I'm supposed to have like a box waiting for it right there. Something like that. Yeah, but I haven't got that far yet. But you know, this is pretty neat. There's a lot of program on it. Simple ladder logic code, but just a lot that I gotta keep track on. Gotta keep track of the parts here. I gotta make sure it's the right part. And let's read this. We have the pick and place for the lid and base. I have the pallet assembly. Then we have the pick and place assembly. So there's just a lot of stuff. Let me go ahead and maximize all that. Open all that. So this is for the lids. For the robot, it's gonna do a shift left register for this. It's gonna have a little sequential motion for that. Um, and for the boxes side right here, for the pallet in the box, it's gonna have a lot of monitoring the height difference. So I'm gonna do a lot of range, how high it is according to the sensor, and we'll just either reject it, or we're gonna kick it out, or we're gonna keep it. So I have a lot of good information here, and really the point is just to show you what good programming looks like with good information and good comments. You really want to keep that to a T. Uh, it's really critical for whoever's that's gonna looking at your program. If you have really good documentation and comments and try to make sense of it, that pretty much gonna be very valuable in the automation field. For example, every network or rung, I will pretty much explain what is the point for this rung. So it's turntable decision based on the final pallet height checks, and that's gonna tell you, what is, some people don't realize that this you're not the programmer, so you don't know why it's labeled that way. So I have it input called decision A, decision B, but what is that? So I basically laid out for them. What it is to accept the pallet to pass through, and if decision B is on, it's the reject to turn the table to kick it out. So if this is set right here, that means it's a good palette. And if it's set down here, that means it's a bad palette. And I even put comments right here. It jumps, you know. If you follow this, you know, if you follow that, it goes over here, then it jumps. You see the jump there? It's gonna go to the good palette network, which is over here. So basically, what it does is from here, and this little thing's gonna get, it's gonna get jumped on. So we're just gonna skip this whole function right here. Okay, that's all I got today.